Hello, and here we are working on a new song. Um, this one's going to involve quite a few new chords and a few little other tricks that happen, so there's a lot to work on here. Take your time, work on it, take it slowly, and then work section by section. There's really only three sections to work. One of them is pretty easy, so I'll save that one for last. The verse here is this. That's the verse. Let's go over the chords. I'll slow it down, break it down for you. We start two measures of A minor. Pretty standard stuff. Pointer finger on the second string, first fret. Middle finger on the third string, second fret. With two measures of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Two measures of G, and I can use the pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. This is where we're going to encounter the first new chord that we're going to deal with, which is a D chord. It looks like this. You can kind of see a sort of triangle shape between my three fingers happening. I got my pointer finger on the third string, second fret, my middle finger on the first string, second fret, and my ring finger on the second string, third fret. And I'm strumming four strings. And we got two measures of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's your D chord. So altogether, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. Second bar, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two strums, two beats of G, half a measure, 1, 2. Then we're going to do a little riff that revolves around a B flat and a C chord in a not in the way that we're used to. I'm putting my finger here across 3 or 4 strings actually. I'm using right now the ring finger, but you can use either finger you want, and whatever you can reach for first and easiest would work. The key thing here is you cannot arch your fingers. You have to really straighten them down, see, like this, straight, and press all 4 strings, and you will get, I don't know if you can see, you will get the grooves in your fingers. And we're going to do one time at the 3rd fret and one time at the 5th fret, which is a C, and that's our little riff there in the middle. So it looks like this: G, 2, riff, B flat, C. Altogether, that first part of the verse looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G. And again, if you want to do it with this finger, that's fine too. One of the reasons I think I use this the ring finger, is because 2 things. One, it's already at the 3rd fret, so I just got to lay it flat. And 2, because I got to go back to the A minor chord very quickly, which can cause some trouble. And you have to practice that little switch. If I have to do this, I got much longer journey to make to get back to the A minor. So I use my ring finger, and that sort of gets me ready to go back to the A minor. After that riff, As I said, we're going back to A minor because we're going to start that same chord progression again. We're just going to end it a little bit differently. It's going to be A minor, 2 measures, G, sorry, G, 2, 3, 4, D, and a B. Now the B, you have two options of how to do it. You can either do this or this, just like that riff version of the B flat, only this time it's going to be on the 4th fret, and then it's going to be an A chord, which is on, same idea, on the 2nd fret. Or you can go B to that, and this B looks like this. Pointer finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret. I'm using my pinky on the 2nd string, 4th, and my ring finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and then just sliding it back to the 2nd fret. I think this is probably going to be the easier version once you get the B flat C going. So altogether, the verse looks like this. First half of it. Notice that those last two chords, I'm strumming them once and letting them ring for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's your verse. Okay, let's talk about the chorus. This one also, again, is going to feature quite a few new chords, and some of them switch pretty fast, so can be quite a workout. Starts off easy enough. G, 2 measures. 1 measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor. B minor. D. G. E minor. B minor. And I'll explain all those chords in a minute. D. C. C minor. G. E. A minor, D7, and we can pause on the D7. As you saw, quite a bit of switching going on here. You really have to get your chords together, so work on it very slowly. It starts easy enough. G, I'm using pinky on the 1st string, 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. This is where the fun begins. B minor, B as in boy minor. Pointer finger here on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Middle finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And ring finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. You can sort of see a sort of diagonal line here. And I'm only strumming 3 strings. 1 measure of that, and then to a D chord. So this switch is quite a difficult one because there's nothing in common. Even though we got 2 fingers here in the same place, you see you have to actually relocate all your fingers. If you want, an option is to do this. What I'm doing here is I'm holding my pointer finger across 3 strings, 1, 2, and 3 at the 2nd fret. And that way, when I go from B minor to a D, I don't have to do as much switching. But this is kind of hard. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. If you can do it, great. Use it to your advantage. Okay, so we had G, E minor, B minor, D, and we're going to repeat that. G, E minor, B minor, D. Fun now really starts to kick in. C, and we're going to do a different C. We're going to use this C, which is pointer finger on the first string 3rd fret, pinky, little finger on the 2nd string 5th fret, and ring finger on the 3rd string 5th fret, to a C minor. It's a half a measure of this C. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. All I did to go to this chord, which is a C minor, was take off my pinky and put the middle finger on the 2nd string 4th fret. So I got a half a measure of this. C, C minor, G. Now notice that I'm using my pointer finger here for the G because it's already here. This is kind of unfortunately it's an option that is good for one way but bad for the other. Because I got to go from this G to an E7. And I only have a half a measure to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The option is to do the G like we're used to with the pinky, and that makes it easier to switch to the E7, but makes it more difficult to switch to the G from the C minor. It looks like this. C, C minor, G, E7. E7 being my pointer finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret, and I'm strumming 4 strings. So I got C, 2, C minor, 4, G, 2, E7, 4, A minor, 2, D, and notice that it's a D7, which we learned before. Pointer finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 1st string 2nd fret. Basically from A minor, all you have to do is add your ring finger on the 1st string 2nd fret. And this time I'm not letting the chord ring, I'm actually going to strum it and stop it. And that's it. And there's your chorus. Let me put it all together now. There you have it. The last section that we have to go over is that little interlude between the chorus and the verse. It's also used as the ending where we sing la 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 la's. And that's just 1 measure of C, 2, 3, 4, 1 measure of G, 1 measure of D, and another measure of G. Over and over again. It's C, G, D, G. Over and over again. Between the first chorus and the second verse, we're actually only gonna do C, G, D, G, C, G, D, and straight to the verse. But that's all the sections in the song.